The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 291, being recorded on January the 18th, 2020. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, and as Jesus walks out today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Welcome back. Henley Merrill, welcome.
Yeah, buddy. What's up, man? How are you today?
Doing mighty fine there, partner. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, dude. Let's get this on.
That's right. And, ladies and gentlemen, no mail this week. It's just the Gunny and Jesus show. It's the Gunny and Jesus hour. Welcome. You can follow us on Twitter @ Horrible Gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. Leave us a review on our Facebook page. Find our Facebook page on Facebook, Horrible Gamers Podcast. And then the page, you can find the group. It's a closed group, so anything you post in the group is not visible to people that are not part of the group. Also, you can support the show at Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Like our friends. I need to log in again. I always fuck this up, right, Gunny?
Yeah. Who are they?
I need to log in. It's like every time I do this, you figure I have this shit down by now. You'd fucking figure
You'd have it in memory. It would be burnt into your head.
It changes, though. It changes. All right, so let's go here. I got a friend, Adam Sunday, Alan Maybe H, Bill Garner II, Brandon Willier, Brian Capessa, Chad, Commandalorian, David Snyder, Evan Tanaka, Henley M, Jesse Kraft, John Jerome, Jonathan D. Hall, M. Polo, Mechmod, Nipron, Pork Chop Poo, Robbie Wheat, The Mayo, Sub-Vader, and Vaderaholic. Thank you guys for being Patreons. And the Patreon machine, yeah, keep the machine going. Thank you guys for supporting the show. You are appreciated very much. If you want to support the show as well, you can head on over to Stitcher. And Stitcher, you can sign up for premium, and we'll support you right back. If you use promo code Horrible Gamers, you get a month for free, whether you sign up for a year or the monthly payments. It's up to you. You sign up for premium. Use promo code Horrible Gamers. All caps, no spaces. And you get a free month of Stitcher Premium. With that, you get access to ad-free listening, as well as exclusive shows only available to premium members on Stitcher Premium. You can head on over to Redbubble as well. At Redbubble, you can search for Horrible Gamers in the search bar. You'll see somebody wearing our shirt with our logo on it, just like the logo you see there in your podcast player. And there's over 70 items. Over 70 items you can purchase in that store, like a mug, a rug, a plug,
or a sock,
sock or a block, or a dock. It's up to you. You purchase whatever you want to purchase. Head on over to Redbubble, search for Horrible Gamers, and buy some HGP gear. Thank you to Fowler and Twizzix for letting us use their song "Breakout" for the intro of the podcast, and thank you to Brooke for free for letting us use their song Night Owl for the outro of the podcast. Now let's get to talking about video games.
Yeah.
Gunny, I played a game this week.
I played a game this week, but what did you play?
I played a game this week. It's a game. I play a little bit of Mordhau. After the Game of the Year show, I play a little bit of Mordhau. And that game is good. They've added a new map, Gunny. And this new map is actually a new mode in the map. So this mode is called Invasion. So it pretty much is like a castle, right? It's like a legit castle. And you either start off as a defenders or an attacker. The attackers start outside of the castle, in the front of the castle, by there's like a camp almost, like they set up a camp out there, and they have like one of those siege tower things, like those. You know what a siege tower is, right? Like those towers that they used back in the day to fucking climb into walls. So as the attackers, you have to run towards the siege tower, and you have to stand in it to make it move forward, and it's moving forward very slowly, right? the more people that are on it, the faster it moves. But like then the other team has to, like the defenders, they could spawn either inside the castle or right out front of it, and you just have to run out there and try to get these guys off this tower. You know, you're trying to kill them and trying to slow them down before they get to the walls. Once the siege tower reaches the walls, the door opens, it goes, and then, you know, then they can climb up in the tower and get into the castle. And their goal while they're inside the castle is to kill. There's like maybe 20 or 25 NPCs inside the castle that are like civilians. And they have to kill the people inside the castle, like those civilians. And they'll be in different rooms of the castle. They'll be like in the back of the castle and like the horse stalls. They'll be hiding in different spots. But they're marked for the enemy, and they're marked for you too. For you as a defender, they look like a little shield. And for the enemy, it looks like a little circle, like a little target thing, you know? And you have to go find these people and kill them. They don't do nothing to defend themselves because they're just like peasants or whatever. They're like civilians or whatever of the castle. And you have to kill them as the attacker. So you're like running up to them, you fucking chopping their fucking heads off and shit. And
That's crazy.
and like, but what was really cool is like as a defender, sometimes like you get like a good team, right? Like for example, we were fighting. I was the attacker, and you know I was running around killing these NPCs, and I ran into a room where there was like 3 of my guys, 3 attackers, and me. So there was 4 of us, but there was like 5 of the defenders, and they were defending this one dude. Like all these guys were just in this room defending this one guy. So like if we don't kill that dude, we
Like a
can't
squad.
get. Yeah, pretty much they were defending this dude, and they were like holding us back, and it was pretty intense. And then once you kill like all the civilians, then you have to steal like I think it's 2 of their weapon stashes. So like the same as like the NPC. Civilian people, these stashes will appear for both teams, and pretty much like as an attacker you have to run and you can pick up this weapon stash, but if you pick it up you can only run with it. You can't use a weapon as you're running with this weapon stash, so you can only run and you can't use a weapon if you have this in your arms. So you're like running with like all these fucking swords out of the castle, and you have to take them back to your tower thing or whatever. Like you have to throw them onto the siege tower, and then they'll be captured by your team or whatever. So, like, I grabbed one of these weapon stashes, and I had this fucking guy chasing me, dude. He was like, "Argh!" He's like, fucking chasing me. It was like, fucking, it was hilarious, dude, because I'm just running through the castle, and, like, there's, like, a fucking war around me, right? Like, you see all these fucking knights and shit fighting around me, and I'm just running, like, full speed out the fucking, and I see, like, the siege tower, and I see, like, this wall, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm jumping over the wall. And I just jump off the wall, and my guy falls to his death.
Oh, no.
But then, like, as it shows my guy falling to his death, it shows the enemy jumped off too, chasing me. So it shows them dying behind me. It was just hilarious. Like, everybody was trying to get to these fucking swords, and they were all chasing me, and I just jumped off the wall and killed myself.
So I'm curious, like, so you have these weapons or whatever, when you jump off the wall, do the weapons stay there for somebody else to pick up?
Pretty much. Yeah, somebody else has to pick it up.
That could be a good strategy. Even though you die, you sacrifice yourself.
It's pretty much what happened. My team picked him up and delivered him after I got him closer to the tower. See, it's just like my whole goal was to get him closer to the tower, and it worked. So then once you do that, like the third phase of the attack begins, where now like the spawn points flip again, and now the attackers are spawning inside the castle, and there's a little town next to the castle, and then in that town the royal family spawns, like the royals or whatever. It's called the King's Court, and it's like the king, the queen, the fucking prince, the knights guards or whatever, like the King's Guard. All these motherfuckers spawn, and now it's your job to kill all of them. Like it tells you, kill the court of the king or something like that. So now your team has to run in there and kill these guys. But these fucking NPCs have weapons. Like the king has a sword and shit. Like he will fight back and try to fucking kill you. And he has like kind of like a beefy armor. You know what I mean? He's a fucking king. So like these guys actually have like weapons, and they will fight back as NPCs, and they're pretty good actually. And they stick together and shit. And like what's pretty interesting was once you kill, because there's like 6 or 7 of them or something like that. There's like a set amount of them, maybe 8 or maybe less. I don't know. It's like a certain amount, right? But once you kill, like say you kill 7 of them and there's 1 left alive, I noticed that they have different strategies. Once the 1 is left alive, what they tend to do is they tend to start retreating into this house, and he'll retreat into this room that's like a long hallway, and there's 1 door to get in. And he goes into that fucking room, and then like if you're the defending team and you're smart enough, what you do is you just follow this dude into this fucking hallway, and you guys start setting up defenses in that hallway, just like set up fucking traps and bear traps and fucking build the little wall things or whatever. And you guys pretty much have to hold back the enemy team as everyone's just going in there throwing grenades and shit in there, like the fire grenade things. It is fucking chaos, dude. But so much fun.
This sounds like a lot of fun. This sounds like several things are going through my head here. I'm thinking, okay, they probably went, can we do offensive or tower offensive along with like a Tides of War thing, and throw in some NPCs in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. That sounds like some good DLC. Is it you have to pay for this? Or
no,
it's part
free.
Of the... Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I know this game's not that expensive either. I've seen it on the cheap.
No, this game is
That's
like
cool.
$30, I think. I think I paid $30 for it back when it was on early access. I think now it's probably 30 or 40. But the game is worth it, man. The game is so much fucking fun. So yeah, we just kept playing this mode over and over. There's another mode that was similar to this one, but it was on a different map, and it was kind of a little bit different. But it's so much fun playing as the defenders and the attackers. As the defenders, you're just trying to strategize with your team to like everyone's falling back to a certain location, and you're just trying to defend the fucking king or whatever, and you're just fucking getting destroyed. Or the attackers, you're trying to like find ways to flank the enemy and go around them, because they have a perfect defense up front, but maybe you can get around the side and start fucking them up. It's a lot of fun.
Do you think there could be like a potential for someone especially like me where it sounds like a great co-op game? Like it could be like, against just an AI like in the future, or or even just something like that where it could be maybe like a campaign style co-op play, against AI.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll have one. I think they do have a training mode now. They have a horde mode, and they have a dual mode available for you to play, and they have the battle royale mode as well. So there's different modes in there you can play if you like. But yeah, the game's a lot of fun, people. People are sleeping on this game, I think, but it's a fun game, and it has a lot of players. There's never like a lack of matchmaking. Like every time I go into a match, it's able to find a match within a minute. Like it's pretty quick. So there's nothing. So there's nothing there, like it's gonna make me like fucking makes you wait long.
Yeah, it seems pretty active. I see it on Twitter. I was curious what that tower was, but now I know. So I got to play this off of yours or Mayo's account, or just straight up buy it, because it does look like a blast. I haven't played it in so long. So.
Yeah.
Mordhau. It's cool, man. Oh, what else have you been playing?
I've also been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I'm trying to rank up, trying to grind that fucking season pass. It's so hard. I got another gold gun now. I got the AUG gold. That's a submachine gun. That's my 5th gold gun. Now I'm working on the P90 as my gold gun. So I have the MP5 and the AUG. So I'm working on the P90 next, and I think once I'm done with that, I'll work on the Bison, the MP5, or the MP7. I don't know yet which one. But yeah, I'll just do it in that order. Pretty much. So what I do is I get on one gun, and I just use that gun forever until I get a gold. There's no other way around it. It's like the only way you're going to get used to a gun is to just use it. I've been playing with mouse and keyboard today, actually. I'm getting the hang of that more. Because I'm used to controller.
Right.
So I've been playing with the controller this whole time. I'm trying to get into mouse and keyboard. It's because it's become stale for me. You know what I mean? Where like I'm playing Call of Duty so much that like I'm so used to it already that I'm getting kind of bored with it.
Right.
So I switched it up to mouse and keyboard because it's like learning a new game, almost. Like I know the game, I know the mechanics, I know what I'm supposed to do, but it's like a whole new layout for me because like everything's different. The kill streak buttons, everything's different. You're using a keyboard and a fucking mouse, so everything's kind of switched up on you. You know what I mean? There's a whole new learning curve, but I actually picked it up pretty quick. I feel like I'm pretty okay now. Like I'm not the best. I'm not at the level I am with the controller, but I'm not the worst either. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you just got me thinking about playing, me playing Division 2 on PC where, I do the mouse and keyboard thing. I just keep thinking like how I keep looking down at the mouse and keyboard or the keyboard. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to press X, right, on the keyboard. Like I got to retrain myself every time I go in and play that game. It's like the one, Steam game that I play mouse and keyboard, so definitely understandable. But I know that using that, the mouse for aiming is a lot better.
Oh yeah, it's so
That
much
is for
quicker.
sure,
I'm able to turn
That's
around
one
on
thing where
people
I think,
quicker. Yeah.
where I think like, for example, I think I was playing Minecraft this week a little bit. I usually just play Little John's like 30 minutes or
Yeah.
sometimes even 1 hour. And and it even tells me, hey, you can hook your mouse and keyboard up and play this if you want,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, can I just get like a mouse, or something? But I guess that just wouldn't work,
Mm-hmm.
I just can't have a controller in my left hand and mouse on the right, but
Yeah.
it would be
So
easier.
been playing lots of that lately. I guess I'm trying to grind up that season pass. Besides all that Call of Duty and fucking Mordhau and all that bullshit, I've been playing some a new game that came. It hasn't come out yet. It's in early access. Me and Brink decided to pick this up yesterday, and we ended up picking up Escape from Tarkov. And
Oh, yeah, finally. You've been talking about that.
yeah,
I always thought that would be a great challenge for you if I didn't mention that already.
it's different. It's a challenge, all right. In the game, it's very different. So you have to download your own launcher for it. It has its own launcher. There's another launcher that you have to download.
Yeah.
Pretty
Launcher
much,
15.
you start off and you can pick a faction. There's the Bear faction and the UCS faction, which is like the United Coalition Forces, or and then the Bear is like the something Russian forces. Anyways, you pick one or the other. I think there's no real difference there besides the language they speak. I heard that if you pick the Bear faction, they speak Russian, and that's kind of tricky because you won't understand their callouts. Like when they're saying reload, they're saying it in Russian. When they're saying like frag out, they say it in Russian. And then you have to pick like I picked the other one, the United Coalition Forces or whatever. Anyways, we spawned in this map. Me and Brink were playing as scabs. So scab is scavenger. That's like the NPCs in the game. You can play as those every 15 to 20 minutes. I think there's a cooldown. So you can't constantly keep respawning as a scab, but every 15 minutes you can play as a scab. And pretty much we got in there, and as soon as the game was launching, it told us like, hey, you don't have a map for this area, so you're gonna be lost if you go in here. And we're like, fuck it, we'll Google the maps. So we Googled the maps on Google, and I had like my second screen up with my map, and I had my main screen, and we're playing the game. We find each other in the game, and then. So me and Brink, we go to this island. We're kind of just fucking around, right? We're just figuring out how to loot things and what to loot, like what containers, how to open them. And and I saw a guy across the island. He's across the island from us, like across the river thing or whatever. And I see him walking around, and I see him like kind of go away. So me and Brink, we're just walking back towards the mainland because we're done with the island. We looted it or whatever, so we're going back. And like the footsteps in this game are really loud, like super loud, Gunny. Like you can hear them from like fucking miles away. Like it's like dun dun dun, like fucking like you're walking on metal, dude. It's so loud. Also, the gunshots are really loud. Like if somebody's shooting a gun like across the map, you can hear the gunshots from across the map. So it's always sounding like somebody's shooting at you or near you. Like it's intense. Anyways, we're walking, right? And I'm just walking. I'm like ahead of Brink, like maybe 10, 15 feet ahead of him. And as I'm walking off the boat, off the ramp, towards the beach, all I hear is like 3 gunshots, like, ta ta ta, like fucking loud as shit. And my guy gets hit in the like you could tell he got hit in the head or something. Because my dude just falls over, like stumbles on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? And like everything in my screen went like blurry. My screen went like fucking like super blurry for a second. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I get back down and I get behind this wall and this window. And I'm like, Brink, I'm getting fucking shot, dude. I'm fucking hit. I don't know where he hit me from. And he's like, oh, I see him. They're over there. There's 2 of them. And they were like on the road watching us. These 2, I don't know if I think they were NPCs. But they were watching us. And these motherfuckers, dude, we ended up like engaging them. And what's super cool about this game is that this game is like, if you place a shot in a correct spot, you can kill people with one bullet. So like I was aiming at this dude, and like my vision is kind of like blurry, like I'm having like this like tunnel vision shit. It's kind of blurry, and I kind of aim at his head and just boom shoot, and like he just drops dead. He's like boom, just fucking drops dead, and I'm like, is he dead or is he like getting knocked out? And I just fucking unloaded like 3 more bullets into him. I'm like double tap this motherfucker just to make sure he doesn't get back up. So like I shot him like 4 times while he's on the ground. And the other dude got sniped out by Brink. And we're moving up. And I'm like, Brink, dude, like, my guy's fucked. Like, my screen's flashing red. And, like, my guy's walking. You're bleeding out. My guy's walking, but, like, the vision around the screen, like, the edges are, like, blurry. It almost seems like I was blind. Like, if I needed glasses, like, the screen would just go really blurry, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I ended up figuring out how to heal myself. And I healed myself. And, but... it said that my head was fucked up, like I had like a concussion or something.
So it's almost permanent, yeah.
Yeah, because I got hit in the head with the bullet or something, like the bullet barely hit my head, or something happened where I hit my head or something, and the bullet fucked me up. And my
they'll do that.
Yeah, and my right arm was fucked up, and I had to bandage it, but it was still kind of fucked up. It said it was fractured or something. And I was like, okay, cool. Then me and Brink tried to find the exit. We didn't find the exit. But we killed like 4 people. So
that's cool. And I guess like the really cool thing about this game is, and there's a gentleman on Twitch that I watch that I subscribe to, that you know, it seems like the only game that he plays. Mm-hmm. And but I think he just knows, like you said, he's got that second screen up, and but he's already got it imprinted like on each map of where the exits are.
Well, I guess each map the exits are the same. So once you learn them, and once you learn the map, you know where they're at all the time. You know, it's kind of like playing Call of Duty or whatever. Like once you learn the map, you learn the map.
Right. So hey, I got a question for you. Something I've always wondered is, you know, since I'm always watching this on an iPad, and it seems like in a lot of areas, like where, especially if it's in a warehouse or somewhere inside a building, I notice it seems super dark. Does it appear that way on your screen, or can you adjust that? Did you feel the same way where, like, every shadow looks like there's an enemy or something?
Kind of, because in the first map we played was what the fuck was the map called? I forget what it was called. The second one we played in was a different location. It was like what the fuck was the second location? It was a different one. It was like a mall. It looked like a mall, kind of. And so we went to this mall map. Inside the mall, we spawned inside like this grocery store or something.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Brink, we're walking, and then we're like, dude, it's fucking dark in here. And I was like, dude, I'm kind of scared to like go down these hallways, because you just don't know. Like, there's like these very long, narrow corridors with no cover in the corridor. And I'm like, there's some dudes camping that corner over there. Like, as soon as I turn around, I won't be able to hit him before he sees me and shoots me. You know what I mean? Because you can just sit there and kill people. Like, if they just walk into a room with you, you just corner camp them and fucking kill them. So, like, we were walking down these hallways, and we ended up outside of the mall. We ended up outside, like, the back side of the mall. And I was like, no, dude, I'm looking at the map. I don't think we're supposed to be out here until we want to extract. I'm like, let's go back inside and try to go to the grocery store and see if we can get inside the mall, like inside the main mall area. And this map is fucking big, dude. Like, it's fucking huge. And we're going, it's like almost like to scale. Like, this fucking store was like a mega store in a mall. So we go back into the grocery store, and as soon as we find our way back in, I told Brink, holy shit, Brink, there's 2 guys in front of us, dead ahead, 12 o'clock. And you see these 2 guys in front of us, and they're kind of looking around with their guns, and they're just like walking towards us, like they're looking for something. They're just like looking around, and I wasn't gonna shoot at them, but Brink fucking decides to just shoot. Like, actually, his gunshot made me jump because he was behind me, and I didn't notice that he was aiming. So I'm like aiming at these dudes, just watching them, and then I hear boom, like super fucking loud next to my ear. And that made me jump, dude. I'm like, holy shit, you motherfucker. I'm like, you made me jump, dude. And he's like, oh, my bad. And he's like, oh, I missed. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you wasting a bullet for? Because in this game, you only have limited ammunition. Like, whatever you take with you is what you have or whatever. So we're engaging these guys. they end up like trying to cut through like these aisles, and we end up going around and we flank him, and I'm cutting this dude off, and we fuck him up. We kill these guys, right? And then we kill him, and I'm looting this guy's body. Like, I'm taking his headset, his hat, his mask, his gun. I'm taking all his shit, and all I hear is boom, boom, like two quick shots, like in succession, and my guy just like drops dead. My dude just like screen black, doom, you're fucking dead. And Brink is like, what happened? I'm like, dude, I'm dead. And he's like, where are they? I'm like, you think I saw where they shot me from? I have no fucking idea, dude.
It's not Battlefield. You know?
And like, once you're dead, like, you're out of the game, dude. You can't spectate. You can't do nothing. You're just out. You're out.
It's hardcore.
And like, he was like in there by himself, and he's like, I don't know where they're at. I don't know. They're being quiet. I don't know where they're at. And he ended up, I think he ended up finding them, and he shot one of them, but the other one killed. There was like two guys that were in there. Like, so they must have heard us fighting the other dudes, and they must have walked towards the gunfire, and they saw us looting the guy. They saw me looting the guy, and they shot me in the head or something and killed me. But I was surprised how quick my guy fell over, because literally all I heard was 2 gunshots as I'm looting, and my dude just, you see him fall over, screen black. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I take it as if if they're moving slowly, then you're probably not going to hear their footsteps. Is that kind of how that works, right?
I think we were just so...
Maybe a little more stealthy, or does it depend on what kind of boot you're wearing?
We were just really engaged into like the looting.
I
wasn't paying attention to whatever was around me. I was just looting because I was looking at this menu screen, just taking this guy's shit. But yeah, once we ended up finishing that match, the good thing is we were playing as scabs, so like we lost the gear that we had, but it was gear that the game gave us for free. Because as a scab, they just spawn you with... You don't get to pick what guns you spawn with. So like maybe one time you spawn with the sniper rifle, or maybe the next time you'll spawn with the shotgun, or maybe the next time you spawn with a machine gun, or with an AK, or with the whatever, different types of weapons you can spawn with. But as a scab, the cool thing is you get to go in without your like regular guy, without your own loot, but whatever you steal inside the game, like whatever loot you get, if you're able to extract, you get to keep that loot. So that's interesting about being a scab. You don't risk anything, but you can take things out of the game and win stuff, So I haven't played as my regular guy. I'm kind of afraid to, because it's like I said, you really lose your shit. Like, you go in there with an AK gunny and you die. Someone steals that AK, and you can insure stuff.
I've seen that where people insure things.
Yeah, so like I have all my stuff insured. So like I'm thinking if I go in and I die, I'm probably gonna get all my shit back. But I'm still like, I don't know if I want to do it yet. It's kind of nerve-wracking. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I need somebody to help me like get the ropes around this game. But it's very intense. It runs kind of like shit. It reminds me of like PUBG. Remember when PUBG first came out and it ran like shit on PCs? That's what this is. That's what this is pretty much. Like, I had to lower settings. I had them on ultra, and I lowered them to high, and then I ended up lowering them to medium at the end of the day to get just the higher frame rates. But yeah, the game was running like at 45, 50. And then I look forward to playing more of it. It's a very unique game. Think of it like a PUBG, but hardcore. Like,
you know what? It almost reminds me of like almost like a DayZ close quarters game, but hardcore mode.
Yeah, it's like hardcore, man. Like one well-placed shot to the chest can kill you. And no, actually what killed Brink was he bled out. So like, if you get shot and you don't if you don't tend your wounds, like if you don't fucking bandage yourself up, you will bleed out.
Yeah, it's on a timer, I've noticed.
Yeah, and the game will tell you, like, you lost 1.5 liters of blood. That's why you died. Or whatever, it'll tell you all those stats or whatever. It'll be like, you shot 6 bullets and 2 hit the guy and you missed 4 out of 6 shots or whatever. And your accuracy was 30% or something. Like, it'll tell you shit like that. Very interesting game. It's unique, and I think it could be addicting. I could see how, like, getting in there, finding really good loot, getting back out, could be like a fucking addiction. So there's that. I kind of want to pick up Star Citizen, but I'm still debating on that one. I signed up for an account. And I just, maybe this week sometime. Maybe I'll pick that up maybe next week I'll talk about Star Citizen. Because these are two types of games, right? Escape from Tarkov and Star Citizen is the two types of games that you cannot experience anywhere else but PC. So,
That's true.
Like, console gamers won't understand the hype behind them, but there is, like, the hype around them. Because, like, dude, Tarkov is, like, something I've never played before where, like, it's super hardcore survival. But to me, Star Citizen looks like even crazier because in that game, like, it's a living world that I think it's almost like Second Life. You remember the game Second Life where, like, you have a whole life? It's your second
No,
life.
I don't.
There's a game that
Didn't sound familiar.
It came out back in the day. It was called Second Life. It's still around, I think, where it's that. You have a second life. You have, like, an avatar. You have, like, an apartment. You have a job. You can make money. People can pay you. People can give you money. There's people that, like, actually in the game, they, like, that's what they do for a living. The game. You know what I mean? Like, they play the fucking game either as a prostitute or as a webcam person or whatever. Like, that's what they do.
It's the way, almost like an MMO, right?
Kind
almost,
of,
but not quite the same mechanics.
It's about life, though. Like, you're not fighting like dragons. You're fighting like nothing. You know what I mean? So, anyways, this is what Star Citizen reminds me of almost. Where, like, right now they have a planet in the Star Citizen universe that they're building a mega city. And, like, there's a mega city, there's a planet, and they're building high-rise condos in the city. Like, you can go there, and you can see there's construction going on. You can see, like, cranes and, like, shit being built. And it says this is the future home of, like, Star Citizen, whatever the fuck, condominiums or something like that. And in that world, in Star Citizen, you can actually save up your credits in the game. And when those condos open or those apartments open up or whatever, you can buy an apartment in one of those towers, Gunny, and people can come visit you in that apartment. Like, that's Gunny's apartment. Gunny lives in Tower 7, apartment 57 or whatever, you know?
You know, so this is the future. Send your sex bots to apartment A7.
So that looks interesting.
I think it's pretty cool, like, some of the ships. Like, some of them are like your regular, smaller, fast ships, and other ones are like this
fucking mega ship, you know, like huge.
These things are huge. Yeah,
like a fucking Star Destroyer. Yeah, and you can spend thousands of dollars on ships. Like, there's a starter pack in there that's like $500.
I saw that.
But
I get the regular emails now that I've done the free account. But remember me talking about it, where I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was launching myself in outer space, just me and not the ship.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff in there that can you can do in the game, and I kind of want to play that, but I'm scared to, because next thing you know, I'll be spending all my money on Star Citizen. Like, guys, I did some crazy shit. I went on this crazy experience with a bunch of people and fucking spend all my money on this shit.
Yeah, because I can see you getting tired of that hobo regular ship, real quick. Like, okay, I've done all the missions in this ship, but
yeah. It looks cool, though, because you can, like, upgrade and do all kinds of cool things. So, besides all that, what else have I played? I'm trying to think. I think that... Oh, wait, PUBG. Last night, me and Brink were after we did our Escape from Tarkov death, we died 3 times, I think. We ended up just switching over to PUBG, because the whole thing was we were going to play a match of PUBG to wait for our scavs to reload. And then ended up being like we played like 15 matches of PUBG.
Something you knew, right?
Our scavs reloaded, but we never went back. And PUBG runs so much better now. Actually, it runs really fucking good, and it looks fucking great. It looks great. Like, I have no
I was
issues
watching
with
it on
that game.
Twitch today, and it does. It looks and runs really good.
It runs really fucking good. Yeah, we were playing that. We ended up getting a few kills. We didn't win, of course. one time we ran into these two snipers, man. These two teams. One was one direction, the other one was across the other way. Like they had us pinned down diagonally. You know, like one shooting us from one direction, one shooting us from the other direction, and we had to head towards them because that's where the circle was closing towards. And they ended up just fucking us up. It kind of was shitty because, you know, mouse and keyboard, they were like sniping us from like 10 miles away. We didn't have scopes on our guns. So like we couldn't really see them. Like I had a general direction. Like I knew the dude was in this window because I could see the flashes of the gun. But like I have an AK with like a fucking like a holographic sight or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna hit this dude. You know what I mean? Like I shot back at him. Like I shot back, but all I'm doing is kind of just hitting the walls around them. You know what I mean? They know I'm not gonna hit them.
You're suppressing them at best.
One time, me and Brink we were on a motorcycle. And we're hauling ass towards a circle, right? We're just like fucking hauling ass. And next thing you know, we're like on this road. And we see like this fucking airplane looking thing.
Oh, I see.
It's coming down. It's coming down in front of us.
Paraglider.
We're like, what the fuck? And Brink's like, what is that? I'm like, what is that, dude? And he's like, is that a fucking glider? And I'm like, it looks like one. And he's like, yeah, it does.
I think it's got a propeller too.
These motherfuckers, literally, and I shit you not, Gunny, they landed in front of us, like on the road in front of us. And, like, they jump out of their fucking plane super quick. Like, these two dudes jump out of their plane super quick. And Brink's unloading on them. He's, like, shooting at them. And I just run the dude over with my motorcycle. And I fucking make a U-turn and go around the plane. I run over the second dude. And we ended up killing him. I bet you they were
You're good at that. You are good at running people over.
I bet you they were so fucking pissed that we ran him over. They're probably like, what the fuck just happened? These two noobs just killed us.
You would think they would have had better aim in the air, just like because they would have had the take on you, really, you know.
I don't think they knew. I don't think they saw us coming down the road because we were like hauling ass, like boosting, like we were just going fast.
Oh, they were probably just like landing, like, oh wait, there's a
and I think they were just landing. And I think when they landed, they were like, oh fuck, there's our motorcycle right here coming at us full speed. And I think they just because they did shoot at us a little bit. But I just ran the fucking dude right over. And then I went around the plane, ran the other dude over.
Didn't they change that, like, in the circle? I think it was because of you, right?
Yeah, you have to, like, you couldn't run people over anymore. But, yeah, dude,
you got
like...
the Jeep, we're just mowing people down.
We ended up fucking looting these guys as shit. And they had, like, some real cool skins on their guns, like, badass-looking shit. I ended up taking all their stuff. And then I tried to get back in the plane. But it said it was out of fuel. And I had a gas can. And it wouldn't let me use the regular gas can on it. So I wonder, like, if the planes, like, if they come, like, pre-fueled, and then you can refuel them once they run out. Because I was thinking about this. I'm like, if you can refuel these fucking things all the time, imagine how many people would just be flying around the map the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I just saw it today. Like, I was watching.
So I'm thinking what it is that it comes pre-fueled, and you can't... Once, like, you use it, you can't refuel it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to fucking land wherever it lands, and that's it. You know, you're done.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is, you know? It was pretty cool seeing these dudes in this fucking glider just coming down. We're just, like, hauling away. What the fuck? Wait a minute. What's going on right now? Where the fuck these guys come from? It's like a fucking big old yellow glider.
You thought it was a loot drop, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was a loot dropper. Some of these motherfuckers jump out and start shooting at us. It was a lot of fun matches, though. A lot of... cool experiences. And then at the end of the night, I ended up just playing with my controller. So, you know what? Fuck this mouse and keyboard shit.
There's a lot of buttons for PUBG on PC.
The controller's so good. It just works. You know?
There's a lot of buttons. Because I had to ask Mayo, 50 times, you know?
Yeah.
How do I put the weapon away again?
And
how do I access the menu?
And I actually did.
How do I run?
I did better with my controller than I did with the mouse and keyboard. With the controller, I actually got a few kills. So, like, I don't know. I think people are saying, oh, the controller sucks, mouse and keyboard all the way. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't really believe that. I think that's just, it's all bullshit. I think that's just a myth. I think that if you're good enough with the controller, you can hold your own.
Yeah,
really maybe
there's
not.
A streamer
maybe
I watched a few weeks ago. He was kicking ass. He goes, I use a controller, and people were just...
maybe
griping
not.
on him.
Maybe not with the sniper rifle. Like a mile away, you're gonna shoot at me with the sniper rifle. Okay, I'll switch to a mouse and keyboard. But if I'm gonna shoot at you with the machine gun and you run into the house with me, I'm gonna kill you faster, I think, with my controller than I would with a mouse and keyboard. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I think I do better with it. But yeah, I can't wait to play more PUBG, man. I feel the itch. Like I want to play more. Like right now,
we should play after
I want to go
after
play
the
PUBG.
show.
I'm down. I really am.
Yeah.
Like PUBG is a lot of fun, man. Like it's a game that like even last night playing with Brink, we just kept dying over and over and over and over and over. But every match was just fun. Just like, all right, bro, we're dropping Pachinki, let's go. We're like both dropping Pachinki fucking full speed, you know, we're going there. And like, next thing you know, I end up like half a mile away from Pachinki. And he's like, where the fuck are you? I'm like, I don't know, dude, I dropped in the wrong spot. And he's like, fuck. So like, I have to like run across the map to get to him. And I actually got to him and we actually made it out of Pachinki. Like I don't even know how all this happened, but like, we were getting shot at. We got shot at a bunch of times. And somehow we both made it out of Pachinki alive. And we survived quite a bit. And then we landed in the school once. We landed in a bunch of different parts of the map. It was a lot of fun, man, getting to experience PUBG. I think it was just the banter we had, you know, just fucking around in PUBG that made it a lot of fun. And there's lots of new guns in the game. So if you haven't played PUBG in a while, check it out because there's a ton of new shit. There's new laser sights, canted sights, fucking new types of weapons. Just all kinds of cool shit. There's even like a new trap, like a spike trap. So like you can like put spikes down on the road or anywhere really. You can put them down like on a mountain. Cool. And like they'll fucking fly down the tires of a car. So like if somebody's driving a car to there and they hit those spike strips, their tires are done. You know what I mean? So like that's kind of crazy. Like they have all this.
That's
crazy
cool. I think
stuff.
it would be a good trap, especially if you can bait somebody into, you know, they're on a vehicle
or like in a tunnel.
Right?
Like imagine over a bridge, putting those down on a bridge, then they can't cross the fucking bridge with the car. You know?
Oh gosh, that bridge, yeah, right.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man, and I kind of want to play more of it. Yeah, and I had fun playing with the controller. Like it felt like an Xbox version, but I was getting like 130 frames. And I lowered the settings to low. Because fuck, I wanted the higher frame rate, so I just lowered all the settings. You know what, I don't care, I'm going to play this shit on low. Fuck playing on Ultra, because on Ultra I was getting like 90 frames, but it would do a lot of the jumping, right? So it would go like 90, 80, 100, 110, 90, 80. And now I lowered it just to like the low setting. It's getting like 130 constantly, 120. So like it's not, the drop isn't as drastic. And I'm well above 100 frames per second. So, a lot of fun. Check out PUBG, people. Anyways, that's what I played, Gunny. What have you been playing?
So I've been playing more Borderlands 3 this week. Again, I want to get through that so I can... That's my goal, to finish that before I go back to Star Wars. So I'm level 25 now. I don't know how much further I've got to go, like, in the story. But either way, I'm just having a blast just killing enemies, man. It just brings me back to Borderlands 2. Lots of guns. I usually just tend to stick with those assault rifles, you know, pistols and shit. I never use the fucking rocket launchers, man. Those are garbage. I was playing with Jedi Light today. And yeah, it got me up to level 25, so... But yeah, I'm still having a blast with that. Just exploring different maps and stuff. Love the art style in that game. It's pretty. Playing on the OLED 4K, man.
Nice.
Sweet. So yeah, other than that, you know, I went back and played. I fired up Ghost Recon Breakpoint this week.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird because I thought, let me just jump into, you know, a play session and kind of see where it goes, and it almost reminds me of like I feel like I'm playing a Splinter Cell game in a way. Yeah. You know, like not like a traditional Splinter Cell, but you know, just the character and stuff, you know, like when you're trying to crouch and, you know, hide from enemies, stuff like that. But I mean, it's not the best game ever, but do
you think is it worth to buy that Ubisoft pass for $15 to play this game?
No, I don't think so. No, not this game alone, that's for sure.
You play
So
that Uplay Plus subscription thingamajigger.
yeah, and I bought Anno 1800, and those games are not well received.
Yeah.
But I really don't have a desire to go back and play that game. Even though it is like this, like almost like what am I thinking of? Like between a Tropico and a City Skylines city builder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as extensive as City Skylines, but it's got more of a story and more objectives to do. But I don't know. I fell off that game really quick. But no, so I haven't had any reason to go back and get the Uplay Plus. So I'd I don't know, unless you're into Rainbow Six Siege and something else, then it's actually worth it.
Like their website hasn't even been updated. I'm looking at their website for Uplay Plus, and it still says, "Play Ghost Recon early."
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys! Really, you guys can't update that? Like, what are you doing?
What does it say? It says something like play 100 games plus or something with.
This is 100 plus PC games, and then there's 4,000 hours of gameplay or something like that.
Yeah, but they don't have this huge library. I can see what they should have done is it should have been no more than $10 a month.
Yeah, $15 is kind of
at
too
the most
much, right? Yeah, $10.
They almost feel like they're trying to be EA, but I think EA just has,
better.
believe it or not, they've actually got better games than Ubisoft. So with like Madden and FIFA, for some people.
I don't know if they have better games, but they have games that I haven't already bought or beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like, all I see on this list is The Crew 2, Zombie, Assassin's Creed Sin, all the Assassin's Creeds, Prince of Persia, Far Cry's, Rainbow Six games, Tom Clancy games, Splinter Cell games. Like, all this shit's already shit that I played years ago, or it's really old. Beyond Good and Evil. And they have like Watch Dogs Legion and shit on this list, but like, the game's delayed, so I don't know when it's gonna come out. So
yeah,
I thought maybe for that game I was gonna sign up for that game, but
that would be a good reason to, right, when it comes out.
I don't know when it's coming out, so I'm not signing up.
Yeah, that then I'll be like, of course it's worth $15, to get it for Legions. That would be the best idea.
Yeah.
And I think it would be the better value, because then it would be like a Premiere Plus type thing, right? Where you're not restricted to a, like a demo or something. So you get the full game.
Yeah. And right now they have a sale going on their store. I'm looking at, they have like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the Year 1 Pass Gunny for $24.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't played enough of it to say like, oh yeah, it's well worth it.
Rainbow Six Siege Year 4 Pass for $17.
That might be a good deal, if you're into the Siege, And they've got that new, what's that zombie game they've got, but nobody knows when that's coming either. I think we're going to find out at E3 this year.
Yeah.
That's when Ubisoft does their thing, right? They still do the E3 thing, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think that'll put a lot of hype around their Uplay Pass. And hey, I think it would be great too if they even offer it for consoles.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey Season Pass is on sale as well as Assassin's
Ooh, I wanted to get that for Xbox Odyssey. Ooh, yeah, but I think the sale might still actually be active even today. Yeah. But I haven't. That game is so huge anyway. I think by the time I finish it and do any kind of the DLC for it, it's going to be like $5 anyway.
Odyssey, man, like, can't believe that game had DLC. That game is so fucking long. I never beat it. That's how long it is.
I feel like it's like a Skyrim almost, where
it's too fucking long.
It's way too big. Yeah.
Should I play that? I should get it on PC and replay that game.
It's a good sword and board,
Nah, fuck that.
I haven't played it in a while. I do get that itch, to go back and just start, to get some sword action there. And I love playing. You know how I love playing that game stealthy almost. Just creeping up behind dudes, just murder them, take them out that way if I can. But if not, even if they do, like once they're alerted, like I feel like the fight's on. And then it's almost like that repetitiveness for me when they come at me, where I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna back out of this little castle or area and like just take them on one by one. So that's a lot of fun. But Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Yeah, I'm just not doing much as far as like just trying to get through some of the story. And I've noticed that one thing too was where like, oh, I'm going to drive to this other objective on the map. And I don't know the map that well, but it does tell me like, hey, you're entering a dangerous area where enemies are a higher level above you. I'm like, that's okay. I'm on a motorcycle. I don't care. I'm going to go to the objective anyway. And then what they'll do is they send out like these swarms of like these drones, like Matrix style, like these buzzing bees, Like, oh man, can these guys catch me? Well, not only that, of course, like the game's telling me like, yeah, they already took your motorcycle out. So now I'm like running on foot, like, and then they just swarm around me and kill me instantly. It's like, all right, I get it. I have to grind in this small area first and kind of get my weapons gear level up before I can continue on to the next area. Or there's certain like zones you can't enter. So I can see just people complaining about that, can't access the whole map. What's up with that? I got to be a certain gear level. But it is fun. Like any game's fun with friends, right? So squatting up, I think it was with Mojo Red and Carbide. I played with them back in the Christmas break, and that was cool. So yeah, it's not that fun by yourself. Even though you can play this single player. What else did I play? Other than that, I played. I went and played that Sayonara Wild Hearts on the Apple Arcade. Could be. I didn't even know like when this came out on arcade that it was like, like a featured game. I was like looking at other things on there, and I'm paying that $5 a month. So yeah, fired this up, and it's a good rhythm game with QuickTime events. Just the style and the way that they pull it off. I mean, it's definitely not. I don't know. I'll probably go back. I've been playing with an Xbox controller. I'm not even sure if that's even like the best way to play it. It would probably just be good with just like touch controls. So it's got that color palette, man. It's got that red and black to it. But it's cool for what it does. It almost reminds me of like when Mayo mentions that My Friend is Pedro, with the motorcycle scene, where it's almost like this side-scrolling thing. So they kind of do something like that, except it's running on iOS. But they change it up, where you're looking just different angles, game style. It's pretty cool. It's a good game. If you're into the whole QuickTime thing, the rhythm stuff. But other than that, that's all I played, I think, this week for me.
Nice. And since there's no Mayo, well, I don't know. Yes, Mayo is out there doing something.
What are you doing, Mayo? Where are you?
Hey guys, I play.
Oh, you know what, Jesus? I wanted to bring something up in place of Mayo.
What?
In commemorative of the Mayo. We were talking about games of the decade, with the community and games of 2019. When I was kind of going through my list, we were talking about Minecraft and things like that. And one of the games I fired up today for a little bit was Just Cause 2. That was like one of my games of the decade from 2010. I just put so many hours into it. It was so much better than Just Cause 3 and 4, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know. I just love that game. So good.
But I don't think it should be.
Oh man, explosions and fuck.
I don't deserve that title.
What? For me, it is. I think just.
Oh, sorry.
Man, this. Hey, when people talk about an escape from reality or whatever it might be, or life or whatever, like that was the game for me back in probably 2011.
Shut up, Gunny. Real nice, Gunny. Real nice.
The grappling hook, man.
All right.
Grappling dudes and like tying them to the side of a building and then putting a fucking fuel barrel on them and just explode them.
All right, Gunny. Moving on now. Moving on now, Gunny.
Let's go to the news.
It's news time. Let's get into the news, ladies and gentlemen. First piece of news I have here brought to you by PC Gamer, sponsored by the Mayo. 7 of the 10 best-selling games of the decade were... What, Gunny? What were they? were...
Call of Duty.
Why'd you read that? You were supposed to guess, Gunny.
I put the news in there.
Fuck!
Who do you think put that
God
there?
damn it. Oh, you were supposed to guess!
It was, I don't know.
Alright, number 1 best-selling game of the decade. This is between 2010 and 2019, ladies and gentlemen. This is money-wise, so based on dollar sales in the United States alone, Grand Theft Auto 5 was the number 1 best-selling game of the decade, followed by Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Ghost. Red Dead Redemption 2 is up there. Wow, I'm surprised. I must have sold a lot of copies to be up there, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Call of Duty World War II, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and Minecraft. So, there you go. Top 10 best-selling games of 2010, 2019 years. I'm surprised Skyrim isn't up there as many times as it fucking released.
Yeah, right. Remember I talked about that?
Didn't it release
it
released like 8 fucking times in the last 10 years.
On every platform.
On everything possible, dude. Fucking A. Anyways, moving on now. Cyberpunk 2077 has now been delayed. Pretty much, CD Projekt Red came out and said they needed more time to finish the game. As of now, the game has been rescheduled to release in September. Gunny, September 17th. I'm kind of bummed about this. I really was looking forward to it. But at the same time, I understand that if they need more time.
Yeah, I almost feel like also when you don't see like when you don't see something where like more gameplay or something, by this point. Like after the holidays I thought, okay, if I don't see some kind of like Twitch stream or a hot YouTube video of like some more gameplay, I'm like, okay, something's going on. They're quiet, I had a feeling I was just being negative, but I hope they don't delay it. And then sure enough, like 2 days later, it's delayed.
Whatever. Greatness takes time, guys. Greatness takes time. The thing about Red Dead, I think it was delayed like 2 or 3 times, wasn't it? So.
Yep.
Anyways. Let's see here. Moving on now. Skywind has now released a big update on moving Morrowind to Skyrim. So, it's been a while since we heard a bit from Skywind. There's a mod remaking the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind inside the Elder Scrolls 5. So, they pretty much have released a new video, which is now showcasing the new landscapes and environments. So, it's kind of crazy that these people are remaking the Elder Scrolls 3 and Elder Scrolls 5. Isn't that nuts? Like
that is. That's
dedication, but yeah.
That would be neat. I would like to see it, even though I wouldn't be interested in playing it. I seem to have fallen off of Skyrim, but yeah, it's crazy to see what modders and
they still don't
community
know,
and
they still
developers
don't know,
can do.
They still don't know when the game is going to release or their mod is going to release. They say they need concept artists for the game. They need experienced quality assurance members, as well as experienced project managers and capable level design artists. So there you go. It says you can also help by voicing characters in the game using voice lines. So there you go, people. Go figure it out what these people are doing.
If you want to help, get in there.
If you want to help
make some dreams come true.
Remaster a game. Wouldn't it be fucked up if like Bethesda released a remake of that game before this mod was out? Hey guys, we made an official remake of this game. It's remastered.
$39.99. You can pre-order it.
Xbox console streaming is now available for all Xbox insiders. That's right. That could be you, Gunny. So it says here, this is updated January 17th. So yesterday, Xbox console streaming is now available for all members of the Xbox Insider program. Since all you have to do to become an insider is download the Xbox Insider Hub app on your system. That means anybody in supported regions can now start streaming games from their Xbox to their Android phone right now. This is still a pre-release version, so you shouldn't expect Xbox console streaming to work perfectly yet. So there you go. Microsoft says they're eager to even get more feedback from a broader set of players in a wider variety of environments from all over the world. Pretty much right now, the Xbox Insider program, if you are part of the streaming, you have access to a library of games. I think it's a bunch of games, like 30 games, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, that was from, what, the xCloud, right? Yes.
So there you go, people. Go play some fucking games streaming now. Motherfucker, you. Go with your stupid Android phone.
Hey, remember I had the Android phone for a month? And I did do this. I was able to play, not only console, but I was able to get into the xCloud and play some of those 30 games.
Okay. Yeah, Gunny. Fuck Android. Moving on now.
I'm back to Apple. I don't need it.
BioShock 4 job listings point to a highly reactive world that supports multiple playstyles, Gunny. The multiple playstyles.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It says here a new BioShock game is in the works of the newly formed 2K game subsidiary Cloud Chamber Studios. And there's a new job listing related to the project that can tell us a bit about the studio's vision for the game. There are now 40 job listings, Gunny. Go get a job, Gunny. Available at the time of the writing. And while most of them deal with fairly dry subjects, the game will be made in Unreal Engine 4, for instance. And it's going to be a collaborative project between Cloud Chambers, California, and Montreal locations. Blah, blah, blah. But there's a listing for Senior AI Engineer that says, we have high ambitions for tying AI and storytelling together. And it will be your responsibility to crystallize that ambition around several AI systems. This includes an urban crowd system and a systemic tribal ecology of sometimes hostile AI. What the fuck does that even mean, Gunny? What is fucking systemic tribal ecology mean, Gunny?
I have no clue, but it sounds awesome.
Another one says, they assured 2K has assured the fans that it will deliver a powerful narrative and iconic first-person shooter gameplay with a stunning narrative and systems-driven experience.
That sounds sick. Hopefully it sounds like my playthrough, my story is going to be different than yours.
Oh, Gunny. Let me tell you something. There's a listing for a lead combat AI designer which outlines, quote, an FPS combat paradigm that is accessible, satisfying, and allows for a high degree of player expression and experimentation with the highly reactive world. Dun, dun, dun. You must look beyond direct conflict and accommodate various playstyles and design encounters that can be resolved through player ingenuity. So it sounds to me that this game is probably going to have classes.
Yes.
Where, like, you want to be a mage or whatever, a guy that has fucking wands and use magic, or you want to be the fucking guy with the big guns, or you want to be the guy that talks his way through everything or whatever, or hacks everything or something. That's what I'm thinking.
Because I remember they did have hacking in BioShock 1 and 2, right?
I don't fucking remember. Maybe.
I remember they had all those locked doors. I was like, I can't get into these.
They had the locked doors. Yeah, you're right, Gunny.
I never found any codes, but I guess I could have found them on YouTube.
Yeah. Moving on now, Metro Redux Switch port will bring the first 2 horror shooters to the console in February. That's right, Gunny. You excited for Metro Redux coming to the Switch?
Not really, no. I've already played them, own them on the Xbox,
28.
and own one of them on the PC. Don't need to have them on the Switch.
Metro Redux came out back in 2014 for the Xbox. This was a game that included both versions of Metro 2033 and Metro 2033 Last Light. So pretty much... Or Metro Last Light, not Metro 2033. Anyways, this is the first time Metro will be playable on any Nintendo system. So there you go. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think the Switch needs new shooters? Not new shooters, but old ones?
I don't know. No, man. They don't. It's like they're selling people like a bunch of old games on the Switch. It's like the old game. Buy the old games on here and play them on the go.
Right.
Shitty console. Anyways, what were you going to say, Gunny?
Oh, I was going to say also that, what was it? I had it up here. Also, The Order, 1886. sequel could be headed to the PS5 and Xbox Series X if the leaked teasers are right.
I hope so. I fucking hope that series ain't dead.
So I'll just leave that there. It's just more speculation and stuff, but I think we'll have to wait and see at E3.
Yeah. Now Ubisoft is finally realizing how bad most of their games really are. So I don't know. This is an opinion piece.
I
What
this
is
off
this?
a certain site, so I thought it'd be funny.
Okay, what is this? I don't get this. I don't want to read this, Gunny.
I think it's from an older article that we read, but they just kind of put their own spin on it.
Fuck those guys. I don't want to read his opinions. Fuck his opinions. Moving on now. Will this save Google Stadia? They say 120 new games are coming to the service this year, Gunny, with over 10 new exclusives. Oh, yeah.
Don't they need studios first?
Oh, yeah. That's right. In 2020, Google Stadia has come out and now said that they will have over 100 games on the platform. Dun, 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 dun. As well as a handful of exclusive titles, some of which will be restricted to the premium Stadia Pro tier and will not be available anywhere else, Gunny.
Oh my. I have to buy their freaking Chromecast, huh? This is the first time we've mentioned Google Stadia in like a couple months, isn't it?
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, that thing exists.
Yeah, fucking hey, this thing's still here.
It's not going away.
Oh, Google's still here. Oh, guys. All right, well, moving on now. Google and Valve are now bringing Steam to Chromebooks, and it's all thanks to Linux. King Lu. Or Kanlu. If I can say that last name. Director of Product Management for Google's Chrome OS has now revealed that the Chromebook team at Google is bringing Steam to the Chromebooks. This news, reported by the Android police, is certainly exciting as it means PC gamers won't have to rely on Windows to play games anymore, Gunny. According to the website, Lu implied that Google is working with Valve directly, the company behind Steam, to make this happen. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, what really can you be able to play on a Chromebook?
I mean, besides mobile games.
Really? I mean, what can you play on a Chromebook, Gunny? Let's be real here, from Steam.
Mobile games. That's it.
Hobo-ass indie titles.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it, right?
So it has to be the streaming, it has to be this game streaming. But for them to team up with Valve, that's pretty interesting. Like, I guess that would be their streaming service.
Let's look at this. I got a link here for
it's the only way you can do it with a Chromebook.
Let me tell you,
any low-end.
Let me tell you something, Gunny. How about this? There's a new Chromebook coming out, Gunny. Hands-on with the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook.
Ooh. Now, I like Samsung.
The Samsung Galaxy Chromebook is an interesting device because it's sitting in a market that barely exists. The high-end Chromebook. What the fuck? Who wrote this? Oh, price and availability, Gunny. The Samsung Galaxy Chromebook will be hitting the streets in Q1 2020. But what's more interesting is the price point, Gunny. Starting at a low price of $999, the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook is an expensive Chromebook.
I could buy a gaming laptop for that much,
could,
right?
Easily. You build yourself a gaming PC with that much money, I think. Let me tell you about the design, Gunny. One thing we can definitely say is that the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook is an absolute work of art. The chassis has this vibrant red color that jumped out at us immediately. And it's so thin and light that it should be able to find a home in your backpack with no added back strain, Gunny. Oh, yeah. Beyond that dazzling color, the one thing that sets the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook apart from the rest of the Chromebook pack is the display. Samsung is leveraging its screen muscles here by including a 4K AMOLED display. Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh,
in this entry
keyword
model.
4K. I like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. It has HDR 400 in it, Also, Samsung told us that this panel has 99% coverage of the P3 color gamut, which is cool.
They do have the color gamut. I will give them that.
Let me look at the more specs. Performance. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Performance. Samsung Galaxy Chromebook is the first kind to feature 10th generation Intel Ice Lake processors, which should offer a nice little performance uplift over the 8th gen, blah, blah, blah. It does only have the Core i5, Gunny.
That's pretty low.
Only has the Core i5.
I mean,
it's pretty old at this point, isn't it?
It is a tablet, basically.
I guess it's good enough, right? Yeah.
It's a glorified tablet, but it's probably a damn good-looking one.
This comes with up to 16 gigs of RAM and a 256 gigabyte SSD drive to start. So there you go. I mean, I don't know.
I can play those mobile games fast. Yeah.
$1,000?
But I mean, I guess like really, you're gonna get those colors will be popping when you're playing those games, right?
Popping ass colors, bro.
Yeah. Look at those yellows, man.
I don't know.
It's fancy. It's like a fancy device.
Seems like a device to try to compete with like those Samsung. The what the fuck are they called? The Microsoft.
Is it the Microsoft ones you're thinking of?
Surface.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
They're trying to compete with the Surface, aren't they? Is that what it seems like to you? It seems like to me that's what they're trying to do, right? They're like, what do
Probably
we do
the Surface
next?
Go and maybe the iPad Pro. So maybe it's in that tier.
Yeah, because I feel like the iPad is the same thing with the iPad Pro. They're trying to compete with the Surface, so they like release the iPad Pro. So, yeah.
Yeah, in that, I will say, like, I would probably, I don't know. I guess, here's my question to you, Jesus. So, okay, so let's say you had a tablet, right? And you had your choice. And cloud gaming is out, whether it be Google or any other service, like, what would you gravitate towards?
If they all...
Like, would visuals be, like, an option, or would that be something you'd take into consideration?
Not really, because they're all going to look the same, aren't they?
I mean, since they're all relatively the same.
Honestly, I'd go for price, whichever gives me the best performance for the same price. If you line up 3 laptops for me and they all cost $1,000, I'm going for the one that has the better specs.
Yeah.
I mean, if
right.
it's between an iPad, if it's between an iPad Pro, a Samsung Galaxy fucking Chromebook, or a Microsoft Surface, I might go with the Microsoft Surface just because it could do things that a computer can do. It's pretty much a computer. Whereas the Chromebook...
That is true. It is a small computer.
Whereas the Chromebook is just still a Chromebook
Smaller.
at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's still going to be just a Chromebook. A Chromebook's a Chromebook. and a iPad's an iPad.
It's a large phone.
Yeah, so I don't know.
With a keyboard, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so that PS5, no word yet, huh? On what their price is or anything, right?
No, we got the logo, but that's
some of those videos were hilarious, like watching them reveal their big reveal was the logo. That was fucking hilarious. Some people were coming unglued,
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Gunny. Valve has come out and said they are definitely not working on a Left 4 Dead 3.
Why? We need that game. The community is asking for that game.
Said no. Not working.
Damn, Gabe, what are you doing over there? Raking in millions on Steam. That's what he's doing. We need to make no more games.
Yeah, no more games, Gunny.
Hey, but I feel like, I know that there's people in that community and they're very unhappy with this news, but I feel like what I would say, like maybe go play, there's other games that are just similar in that genre. It's just not exactly the same thing. Like World War Z would be a great example. So go play those instead, folks. We don't need a Left 4 Dead 3. Well, we do, but there's other games in place of it.
As far as the news, I mean, that's all we really have, right?
I think so. That's all I gathered.
News. Pretty much all the
Otherwise,
news
it's speculations
that I'm
and
hearing
rumors
now
and
is
stuff.
we've heard that PS5 has confirmed, Sony has confirmed they will not be at E3 this year, which is fucking crazy. Um, but Microsoft said they will be at E3.
Oh
Woo!
yeah.
Woo!
And Sony will win E3 somehow,
And
some way.
I don't know. What do you? Everyone's giving Microsoft shit also for that exclusives thing when they say no exclusives, but let's be real. No first party exclusives. There's still going to be third party companies that can decide to focus on the Xbox Series X if they really want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, for what exclusives?
For
Are you're talking
Microsoft's.
about for the new Xbox or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. I mean, they're going to be on PC as well, and
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's no exclusives for it. There's no like Halo 5 is going to work on the X. That's what they mean.
yeah, I kind of tend to agree with a lot of the journalists out there that talk about this, where they say, hey, at least it doesn't matter to Microsoft where you buy the games. And I think even Phil's even said that, like, if you're buying it on PC and they put Gears 5 on Steam, things like that. But
Yeah.
at least you're in the ecosystem, right? Your kind of eyes are going on Microsoft, so you're buying it on Xbox or PC. It's still a sale for us. So
Yeah.
that's the way I look at it. Like, that's a good way. I've never thought about it. Like, thinking back to, like, the 360 deals, like, oh, you have to buy a 360 and you have to buy, you can only get it in this one location. Like, I thought that's the way it always had to be, for them to make any kind of money.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not true. I mean, you look at Game Pass, where it's on PC, you don't have to own an Xbox. And they find that they get more sales out of it. Like, people will double
See,
dip
what
themselves.
what people don't realize is Microsoft is not in the console game anymore. They're not. It's not about consoles anymore, Kenny.
And I think that too as
You know
well
what it
because
is? Everyone has this old mentality of like, oh, Xbox versus PlayStation. It's about the consoles. It's not. Microsoft is looking past that. Microsoft is telling you, Gunny, you don't need to buy this new shit. You don't need to buy this fucking $600 box. You don't. Don't buy
they
it.
just said that last week
They're like,
too.
we don't give a fuck. You don't buy it. Don't buy it, Gunny. Don't give a fuck. Don't buy it. Play on your PC. Go ahead. Buy Halo on the PC. Go ahead. We don't give a fuck. We'll put it on Steam for you even. Go ahead. And they don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, they see the bigger picture. They're trying to make Xbox just as big as they can with brand recognition and with this $15 bullshit like PC Pass or Ultimate Pass is what they're trying to do. They're just trying to make you have a huge library of games and everyone subscribed to Xbox Ultimate Pass or some kind of pass from Xbox and only Xbox. And that's what their whole goal is. Their whole goal is, I think, at the end of the day, to just they know they're taking your money somehow. You know what I mean? They're like,
Yeah.
you're subscribed to us somehow. Somehow you're paying us money every month, Gunny. You don't know it, but you are. You're paying us $5 a month every month, even though half the time you don't play our games. You're sure paying us $10 a month or whatever, and they're gonna get that. I think they're gonna be able to do that, and I think eventually Microsoft is not gonna make consoles. Eventually, it's gonna be streaming, and eventually it's gonna be streaming on everything. Eventually, like I could even see them going as far as to say, you know what, we're just gonna put our stuff on PlayStation, and you can stream whatever. We don't care. We don't make Xboxes anymore. Xbox
Yeah,
is
they
just
can
a
get out of
brand.
the hardware business
Xbox
for
is
sure.
just a name brand. You know what I mean? It's just like a streaming brand now. It's not a console brand anymore. PlayStation can still keep making consoles to try to compete with PCs, but Xbox is just a streaming thing now where everything's streaming. And eventually everything's going to go to streaming. It's just like Netflix. Eventually everything will go to streaming games. There's going to be a point in time, Glenny, where maybe 10 years from now when we do the 2030 HGP Game of the Year 2030,
If I'm alive.
and we look back on this and we talk about our episodes in 2020 and we're like, remember when Jesus said this? Remember when Gunny said this? Remember when Mayo was all about Steam? Well, you think about that and we could be discussing like, all right guys, which like which is the funnest game to stream or whatever, like which had the best streaming or whatever. We could be talking about stuff like that, instead of like what had better technology, what had better this, better that. It's going to be talking about streaming, like streaming services. Just, oh, this game's coming out in 2 days because they're streaming it. 2 days. It comes out like Netflix or whatever, It's going to be like that. Like, it's going to be like a Netflix announcement. We're going to be so, like, it's just going to be like a new thing. Like, oh, there's a new game coming out. Oh, that looks shitty. Oh, there's a new game coming out. That looks really good. We should watch that or play that or whatever. And it's going to be just that. It's going to be to a point where we don't even buy games. You don't even buy them. You're just going to be subscribed to the publishers. Subscribe to EA and subscribe to Ubisoft. Subscribe to Microsoft. Subscribe to the Microsoft Ultimate Streaming Pass. For $20 a month, you stream all these publishers, and then if you sign up to the Sony Streaming Pass, you get access to Naughty Dog's games and all these other game studios over here. And if you sign up for the EA Pass, you get access to Apex and like Respawn Studios and all these studios over here. And if you sign up for the 2K Pass, you get access to Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar games and all these games over here. You're going to have like different streaming packages.
I can see that. I can definitely see that in the near future. Even.
And it's going to happen eventually. I think just Microsoft is ahead of the game. Once again, like they were back in 2013 with the TV stuff and the always online. They're ahead of the game. And I think this time, though, they're not too ahead of the game. They're just like in the perfect spot. Whereas back in 2013 with like the always online and the idiot, what was that dumb fuck's name? The guy that was on Phil Spencer's spot.
Yeah, Don Matrick was
Don Matrick was the douchebag that told everyone like, buy a 360. Fuck you. I was like, what do you mean, dude?
It was him, and it was another douchebag. The other douchebag, I forgot what his role was at Microsoft, but they immediately fired him. Yeah. Like they got rid of him. Like you're fired, right? As soon as he said it. I was like, what the fuck? Don said it, and then you fire me,
Yeah.
So he was on Podcast Unlocked, just being all salty one day, and I told everybody to go, a kite or something, and Microsoft fired. That was hilarious. So,
it's just a thing at this point in time, though, Microsoft's in a good spot, and I personally look forward to seeing what they do. Like I said before, this year, man, I might just get both consoles, or I might just get the PS5, because the PS5, I feel like when Sony announces the PS5, they will have a game that's only playable on PS5 for launch. I really think that. Exclusives. Yep. For sure. And it's smart of them to do. Why not? Why not release like a Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 and only the PS5? And announce it right away. It gets people hyped up, you know what I mean? Like, with this new Series X, I feel the hype, but at the same time I don't. And there's a lot of people that I'm hearing that saying like, I'll just wait. Or I have the X, I don't need to upgrade, or I have a PC. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like the same kind of hype that I felt. Do you remember the hype back when the Xbox One was being teased? Like Durango, that, Durango. Like everyone's getting fucking hyped about the power and the graphics that it's going to be able to do. It's going to be able to do 60 frames and all this shit. You remember people talking all this shit back in the day? It's going to do 1080p gaming, bro.
Yeah, 1080p is like the new thing.
Yeah, remember that? It's going to do...
You can pause your game.
Yeah. But, bro, they're going to have this feature where you can turn off the game, Gunny, and then go eat dinner, and then come back and turn the console back on, and the game's going to continue, bro. Whoa!
You went in sleep mode? No way.
What do you mean I can turn my console off and come back and turn it back on? It's going to be right there. Whoa! What do you mean I can talk to my Xbox to turn it on? Xbox Alexa? On.
It comes with this camera thing I have to put on my wall. Yeah. No, nobody wanted that. Yeah. Never mind.
Telling me I can watch TV through my Xbox? Whoa! Like, there's no, like, real hype in this one. Yeah, I feel like it's just like,
and even Phil was like, when he came out, he's just like, the Xbox Series X. And like some criticism was, with the name or whatever. And then he came out a couple days later and was like, well, it's just called Xbox. Hey, I got a question for you. Like, I have Project Scorpio on my Xbox One X. That's the name of this box. So I'm curious, like with the Xbox Series X, will it just be Project Scorpio?
No,
Was that what it's going to say?
Scarlet.
Or Scarlet? Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that what it's going to say?
Maybe. It depends if they release a version that's like that. They might not, though.
Because I did get like the console Xbox X launch edition, so probably. I mean, it'll probably be on the controller.
Maybe. Like, remember the Day 1 edition for the original Xbox One?
Yeah,
the Day 1. The Day 1 2013 edition or whatever. I had that one. A lot of people did. And, yeah, it doesn't mean shit. It's just a fucking stupid sticker they put on the box.
Right. But yeah, I mean, right. So it's funny how even people out there today, you know, that are excited for this may not be same reasons that me and you are with, you know, with this SSD, and I'm able to put 2 games into sleep mode at the same time.
Whoa,
you know,
bro!
I presume that other game like a week from now, presumably, you know.
Whoa!
That's pretty cool.
What's gonna be the new thing? What do you think is gonna be the new thing? I think it's gonna be. It won't be 4K because we already did that. That was the hype for the X and the Pro, right? It was the 4K. That was the keyword. That was the tagline was 4K gaming. So for this one, it has to be something different.
It can't be flops, right? That was Xbox.
It can't be HDR. We already experienced HDR. Is it ray tracing? Is that?
I think so.
I think it's it, right? It has to be ray tracing.
I think it's going to be something ray tracing, right? Because PS5 will have ray tracing as well.
Super ray tracing.
It's right. I can't. I know it's something like that.
Extreme ray tracing.
True ray tracing.
Whoa, true. I like that one. Gunny. Trademark.
Right.
Horrible gamers.
Oh, but PS5 will have scattered ray tracing.
Whole sub-scattered ray tracing.
Right? Kind of like it was checkerboard in 4K, right?
Yeah, what the fuck does that even mean? We have sub-scattered ray tracing in our
Wait, that'll be the new Tom's Hardware YouTube video. Not Tom's. Who is it that does those YouTube vids? Who does like the actual like hardware testing?
I don't fucking know. Digital Foundry?
That's them. Yeah. Running on sub-scattered ray tracing. So if you look at these pixels,
you notice
I
here
can see the vids
this
now.
Screenshot between the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. We see that the sub-scattered ray tracing significantly lowers
200 times.
Significantly lowers the visual quality of the PlayStation 5's graphics.
Let's take Red Dead Redemption 3. Spoiler alert. And yeah.
Look at this comparison here between Halo 5 on the PS5 and the Xbox.
You're even doing a good impersonation there. Yeah.
The fucking British guy talking.
Hey, but 8K.
Oh, no.
Can I update my 4K TV?
They won't be.
I'm really not interested.
They will not talk 8K. You know why they won't talk 8K, Gunny? Because not everyone has 4K. There's people right now that I know personally that do not have 4K TVs.
You know that TV in my living room, it's 1080p. I've got my PS4 Pro hooked up to it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Again, I'm using it for mainly VR at this point.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But the wife's like, I think she asked about it last week, and she asked about it 7 months ago. You know what I mean? So it's not that often. I keep telling her, take my OLED so I can get a new, a newer 8K. Yeah. Go to Best Buy this holiday. But I don't know. I mean, what? $1,800? How much is an 8K TV at the lowest price? Really, I'm not even interested in that. I'll be honest. I love the 4K. I'm gonna stay there.
4K, yeah. 4K looks good enough, man. I mean, really? Do you really need 8K? Is there ever a moment in time when you're looking at your 4K OLED and you're like, oh, this looks like shit. Imagine what 8K would look like. Oh, shit.
That's why I bought this monitor at, the 1440p, right? So it's perfect. I don't want to go any higher than that. So I would like the HDR, but yeah, we run into that problem of money. So, yeah, it'll be a good E3. I think. See what they're talking about. Hopefully, PlayStation will come out with something earlier.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't think 4K is as widely popular as people think it is. I think it is for us because we're gamers and we talk about it all the time. And I think the other gamers want to experience it too. So I think gamers talking to gamers, we all have 4K TVs because we're all gamers, right?
Right.
But the regular fucking person, like the regular people that have little kids that are playing consoles or whatever, they don't give a fuck. They're having their kids play on fucking CRTs and shit. Play on that damn TV there. What's wrong with that TV?
Yeah.
Dad, it's only 720p.
It's got a crack in it.
Damn, that TV looks mighty fine to me. Motherfucker, get on that goddamn TV. Go on, get, boy. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. Like I don't feel like it's gonna be a thing. So like, yeah, I think like there has to be some keywords that they're gonna use for the next reveals of the consoles, and I'm going with sub-scattered ray tracing.
That's a good one. We're going to put that in there. I'm going to tweet that out right now.
Tweet it out to PlayStation. Be like, PlayStation, you need we're giving you a chance to use our words for your launch. Sub-scattered ray tracing, and then, photorealistic lighting. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Photosensitive.
Sounds like something NVIDIA would give to him.
Photosensitive, gluten-free ray tracing. Brought to you by PlayStation. Yeah, motherfucker. Woo! But yeah, I wonder what Microsoft is going to do. They're going to talk about the Game Pass Ultimate Game Pass and the streaming, I think. Fun times.
Hey, look, I just tweeted that out to PlayStation. There we go. Sub-scattered ray tracing.
You guys can use sub-scattered ray tracing.
See if I get a response.
Watch, some fucking nerd is going to reply to you. Well, so technically, sub-scattered ray tracing means this. It really means like, fuck you, nerd.
You're blocked, bitch.
Some fucking asshole from Digital Foundry. Oh, well, sub-scattered ray tracing really means...
Right, if you break it down...
It really means the light is under the particle of the pixel, motherfucker. Fuck you. Oh, shit. That's all we have for news, ladies and gentlemen. We have no more fucking news. Are you happy? Are you fucking happy? We have no more news.
Yeah, news and predictions.
We're done. We're done here.
Oh, yeah, let's do... you know what? I totally forgot about the podcast questions.
What was it?
Because I'm so used to the traditional questions.
Do we have a question of the week? What was the question of the week?
What was it? Mayo's probably yelling at me right now.
What was it?
So, I totally forgot what it was. Let me see here. Epic about a launcher. No. Let me see. I may not be looking in the right place.
Right. Oh, let me give you some results here, though, Gunny. Eric Smith wanted us to do a poll to see how many people would agree that Resident Evil 2 should have won Game of the Year over Control. And let me give you the results of this poll, Gunny. 14 people said no, and 9 people said yes, including Eric Smith. So fuck you, Eric. Fuck you. Fuck Resident Evil 2. Bullshit-ass fucking piece of shit game that's a remake. Fuck Resident Evil 3. You can go suck a dick. Fuck that game. It's not going to be on the Game of the Year talk this year. Fuck you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I just needed to say I get that off my chest. Fuck that. Fuck that game.
Stay in your lane, Eric.
Yeah, stay in your fucking lane, Eric. Fuck that game. Fuck Resident Evil. Fucking hobo-ass shit.
Oh, so the question of the week would have been, what would be your gaming New Year's resolution?
Oh, that was such a long time ago. I was like,
did we already answer that one?
Was it? No, we didn't answer that one. Did we?
No, I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
So on Discord, for Commandalorian, it would be how to learn to use mouse and keyboard. Since he is a new PC gamer. Fairly new. I know he was just gifted a gaming PC, so I know I'm not sure if he's been adding things to it or. But he's still learning the ropes. So what does he even play? A Mech Warrior? Mech Warrior 5 is one that he really enjoys. That and Portal. Hopefully it's Portal 2. Yeah.
Who said that?
Commandalorian.
All right.
So if you want to send him your PC elitist keyboard and mouse chips, just reach out to Commandalorian.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Moving on now.
For Jedi of Light, that is finishing Red Dead Redemption 2. That would be his New Year's resolution. And Normie, what's up, Normie? Normie 477. So she wants to make more time for gaming in general.
Ooh.
Right? More time for entertainment. Can't argue with that.
All right.
Commandalorian good with finishing Witcher 3. Whew, good luck. Don't get the DLC.
That's not too hard.
No. If you stick with it in the main story, I think definitely pull it off. I think
80
it
hours,
doesn't seem like there's a lot of grinding involved or hours of it. But just take a lot of
just don't
food
get caught up in the Gwent bullshit and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I didn't mess with it when I went through it.
Yeah. And actually I felt like I burned through the story pretty quick, even though it took me like 50 hours, but I still feel like I was going through it like at a pretty steady clip. Like, there's never like a dull moment in the game.
Yeah. You gotta love that violin music, man. When it's raining, you're on the side of a hill, and there's dragons flying overhead. Fuck, just epic, man. Good times.
Nipron said he wants to build a gaming PC again. I thought he already had one.
Didn't he just build one, like, recently, Nipron?
I thought he had one.
I feel like it was recent when he bought that new graphics card.
What? Didn't he say he have a 10? Didn't he have a 1060 and then he upgraded that to something else, or did he upgrade to a 1060?
No, I thought he upgraded to like a 2070 or something. Maybe something that.
Who the fuck was I talking to? Oh, I think that was Shirt Pockets. That was Evan Tanaka. I was talking to him the other day. He told me he wanted to upgrade, but he was looking at a 2070 or a 2080. He told me he was using a 980 right now, and that he wanted us to upgrade. And I think I told him to go with the 2080 or the 2070. I don't fucking remember what I told him. I don't remember what I told you, Evan. Sorry.
No, but I could be wrong. Nightprint, reach out to me if I am wrong. But I swear you had talked about back before the holiday that you had put together. You had bought some new PC parts.
Just buy a PS5.
So unless you're just thinking about you just now want a second one for maybe your wife or somebody.
Just buy a PS5 with that sub-scattered ray tracing.
Yeah.
And PSVR 2.
Oh yeah, can't wait for that.
Yeah, PSVR 2.
PSVR is good. I played a little bit this week.
Inside out tracking and AMOLED displays. 145 FPS screens.
I'd be all in.
Yeah, I'm in, motherfucker. Take my money. All right.
Vetterholic. He wants to, for his gaming resolution, is try to complete the backlog of games I've already got before buying more. You can't. No. Let me tell you how this works. You go on to Steam for the sale. Games. And you look at all the games you... No, fuck it. It's not even you want to play them. They're just on sale. You just buy them.
Buy them. Just make your library look bigger. That's
what it is.
That's the whole goal of PC. Okay, there's a few goals. When you become a PC gamer, there's a few things you gotta do. One, Gunny, is show off how much RGB you can put in your case. Like try to just put as much RGB as you can into your case. Whatever can be changed to RGB, you change it to RGB, whether it's your keyboard, your headset, your microphone, your case, the graphics card, the wires, the fucking the case, outside the case, inside the case, under your desk, on your desk, your mouse pad. Be like IAMS and just make everything RGB. Everything has to be RGB. This is goal number one.
It's gonna look like a freaking party in your house, like
fucking rave.
Yeah, rave.
Number two is to talk about how much you hate every launcher except for Steam, or
listen to
you can choose to side with Epic like Mayo has. So you can either Be a big steamer or a big epicer. Sounds like Epic Eric.
That sounds right.
Fuck you, Eric.
So you can be a big steamer or an epic asshole.
One of the two. But you have to choose. There's no like, oh, I like both. No, you choose, motherfucker. All right, and then whichever one you choose, all right, this is the third step. Once you got your RGB, you got all the lights, and you're getting seizures, and you're having seizures, and you pick which one you want to side with. You have to pick. You have to go in there, and you must tweet every time someone's tweeting about the Epic Store. You must respond to their tweet saying, "Steam is so much better. Steam is so much better." And also, you got to pick which side you're going to stream on. If you're a streamer, you got to pick what website you're streaming on, and then be super, super elitist to one site only. Like, if you're a Mixer person, you got to go hardcore Mixer. Like, I'm fucking Mixer, bro. Mixer for life. Mixer gang.
Wait a minute. Hold on then, Jesus.
Or you can be a Twitch gang. You can be Twitch gang for life. Purple Ballers gang for life. Or you can be the YouTuber for life. What's up, Gunny? You want to fight, motherfucker? What's going on?
I do. You know what, Mr. I'm Mixer? You can't be Mr. Mixer and stream Tarkov. That's not on. That's an Xbox streaming
Fuck you, Gunny.
Service.
Mixer for everything, motherfucker.
Microsoft.
Mixer for life, bitch. And
Tarkov PC.
And all right, so now you got this. You got your streaming site. You got your launcher. You got your RGBs. Now you must go into your favorite launcher and just buy shit that's on sale. Just buy it, whatever. Like Epic's your favorite launcher. Just go into the Epic store. Be like, Epic's having a sale today. I already played this game 10 times, but you know what? It's on sale for $10 off. I'm buying it. This game's on sale for $20 off. I'm buying it. Like right now.
Then just tweet out how it's the best game ever.
And just tweet out.
Even though you've never played it. You've never fired it up.
Tweet out and make sure you tell all your friends how many games you bought on the sale to make them feel bad about not having enough money to buy games on sale. But don't tell them you spend all your money on the sale. All right? You gotta tell them I bought all these games on sale, and that's it. And then you just build your library, and then when people ask you, well, what do you think Steam is better than Epic, guys? You must remind everybody how you have 1,000 games that you bought on sale in that launcher to remind people how good that launcher is. You spent all that money on shit you're never going to play. But you must remind people this launcher is so much better than any other launcher because I spent $10,000 on games on this launcher.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why this launcher is so much better, Gunny, than your launcher, okay? I don't care how good.
Xbox beta launcher?
I don't care how good your Xbox beta launcher is, bro. I spent $10,000 on Steam, and that's why Steam is the best launcher ever. Duh.
Oh, whoa.
Duh.
Well.
And that's how the PC life works. That's how you become a PC elitist gamer, bro.
There you have it.
Don't forget,
there you have it, Better Holla. Mandalorian, maybe re-listen to what Jesus just said and take that in and pick a side, man. That's what we're saying.
Pick a fucking side, bro. Whose side
Gaming
you on?
is not life. Valve, Steam is life.
Steam or Epic. Or I guess Xbox. It kind of sucks right now, but whatever. We'll see. Whatever.
Whoa. Hey, that's my console choice.
See, as a console gamer, you
broke
just
my console heart.
You pick a console and you just fight for the console to the death. PC is kind of similar. And you must argue with people how your graphics card is better than theirs. And how AMD is better than NVIDIA, or if you chose NVIDIA, how NVIDIA is better than AMD. It's never...
And why?
Whether it's ray tracing or fucking just the letters that it has on the card. It just looks
If it
nicer.
has more letters, it's better.
Bigger the number, the better the card.
And the better the gamer you are, the better it makes you look.
Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah.
On social media.
So all tips from Jesus how to be the best PC gamer you can be. Be the best. Live your best life, people. Go live your best life. Moving on now. So, moving on now to more answers here. Daniel Taylor on the Facebook answered, to actually play some of the way too many games I own and buy and try to complete them. Well, good luck with that, Daniel Taylor. He seems to be a super PC. See, he got his shit right, Gunny. You look at his profile picture, he has a picture of his PC case with all the RGB in it, bro, lit up.
Oh.
Different colors. That's a true master racer, right? True PC gamer, right there. That's you.
Yes.
You got this down. Yeah, step 1, locked.
Yes, he does.
Richard Martin Jimerson said to jump into the Linux gaming space and see if I'm really missing anything when I leave Windows. Good luck with that. Someone else answered. Brian Tolp Jr. answered, to try to avoid the PC master race and enjoy my console and hopefully get more hours gaming.
Yeah. Did you not want to hear what Jesus said, Brian? Come on.
There you go. Woo! Woo, guys. Super tips with Jesus and Gunny. Super PC gamer tips with Jesus and Gunny.
Yeah. I gotta put on sunglasses watching Daniel Taylor's PC
That
pictures
thing
over
is
here
like,
with all that
give you
RGB.
fucking super RGB. Dude, have you seen Iams' RGB? Iams went nuts. He got like an RGB mouse pad.
I looked at that too, and I was like, ooh, that's...
He got like fucking RGB lights under his desk, like in there. He put them in his desk, like fucking an LED strip down there. He put LED strips inside his case and like changed out the wires and shit. And that motherfucker got RGB RAM. Motherfucker went nuts. And like, you see the case he used to have before to the shit he has now. He like went nuts with that RGB. He like went like super hardcore RGB, man. Like just, everything's colorful, motherfucker. Woo! I hope Ives doesn't have, what's that, epilepsy? He has a fucking seizure when he's playing a game or something, you know what I mean? He has too much
Right?
RGB. Fuck.
Damn.
He even put RGB behind his TV, like his regular TV. He didn't think he had enough RGB in his
I
living
tried
room.
that. That didn't work out for me too well.
Didn't work out for you, Gunny? You didn't like the RGB behind your TV?
No, because I think because I couldn't change like the color and the speed of it because I'm too old and I couldn't figure it out.
So you just like said, fuck this.
Yeah, I pulled it out of there.
Nice. Anyways.
See, I was hoping to get the whole like green Xbox thing going, you know?
Oh,
like
shit.
I've seen some pictures of.
Ooh.
Like that was my goal, but it kept changing back to like different colors.
You can set it to
So I was
one
like,
color?
screw it.
Maybe you just gotta buy green LEDs, Gunny.
Yeah, right. Just the one color, of
Just
course.
the one color, bro. Iams bought purple because I think he's a Barney fan originally. I think he's just a real big Barney fan. I think he grew up with Barney, and I think his parents must have like denied him Barney, and now he's like just all into purple because some childhood trauma or something. That's what I'm thinking. We love you, Iams. He's probably listening to this like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, I offered you to call the show today. Defend
Gunny,
yourself, but
Gunny.
you chose not to.
Oh, hold on. Big plans here. Big plans for Iams' birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Brink and I are planning to go down to Fresno, California, hang out with Iams. Gunny, if you want to drive up.
Hell yeah.
You live near him,
I'll drive
don't you?
down. Yeah, I'm about 3 hours
Above,
drive.
north or south of him?
I am north of him.
See, because I was planning to drive down there. Maybe even, I mean, the flight is not much. I think the round trip is $250. So I'm either going to buy a plane ticket to Fresno or just drive down there. Which doesn't seem like a long drive. It seems like a 15-hour drive or 12-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, you're 12 for me, right? I think.
Yeah, so it's like I could meet up with you and then we can go down to him, or I don't know. But I'm definitely planning to go down there this July. I think it's his birthday. So shout out to Iams. Hopefully he's not weird. I hope he's not weird.
I hope not. I know. Well, you know what? No, he's not, because he came up to Santa Rosa a couple times where I live. And No, he's not a weird dude at all.
The HGP gang will be down in California, partying it up with IAMS. Gonna have all the fucking drugs and the fun shit.
A lot of drugs in Fresno. They won't be hard to find.
Oh yeah. Oh
IAMS
yeah.
knows where it all
I'm
all
fucking
is.
ready, bro. I'm fucking ready. Yeah. It'd be like that. It'd be like that scene from the Wolf of Wall Street where the dude's dragging himself to the car. So fucking high it up his mind, he can't even walk. He's dragging himself to his car. He's like, and then I drove home perfectly fine. And then it shows like the reality of him driving home. He's like crashing into all the mailboxes and shit going home. That scene's hilarious in that fucking movie, man. That shit's funny as fuck. And the police show up to his house and arrest him. His car's in the driveway all fucked up. Fucking Wolf of Wall Street. That movie's dope. Anyways, people, next question. What's the question of the week for this week, Gunny? Go ahead.
I don't think we have one.
Make one
I think
up.
we'll just go ahead and post it in Discord.
Make one up, Gunny. Go ahead right now.
I did on the fly here. I don't think I can do that.
On the fly, Gunny. Just like this. Watch. Now that Cyberpunk has been delayed, what is your most anticipated game for the beginning of the year? Is it Resident Evil 3? The Last of Us 2? Could that be delayed? Let us know in the comments below. Woo!
Yeah.
We're out of here. Find me on Xbox, on everything. Jesus Walks a Lot. I am now on the Tarkov launcher. I don't know. How the fuck do you say it? Is it? It's called like Battle something. What the fuck's it called?
I'm trying to think if I even downloaded it.
Oh, it's called Battle State Game Launcher. Battle State Games Launcher. That's a weird name. But yeah, I'm on that launcher as Jesus Walks a Lot. And it's really weird. You cannot add friends on the launcher, Gunny. But if we're both on Tarkov at the same time and we click on the same map at the same time, we can see each other on the list of players, and then we have to invite each other through the server of the game, but we can never add each other as friends, I think.
Weird.
Or maybe we can add each other as friends, but we can only chat with each other, but I cannot invite you before the game starts. I have to we have to both go in at the same time, and I have to say invite Gunny to my squad, and then you have to accept. And then once you accept, you get put into my squad, and then I have to launch it, and then we have to both wait, and then it launches us into the game. Which is so fucking weird. I don't
That's them Russians for you. That's a Russian thing.
Whoa, we got Russian listeners. You need to calm down there, sir.
I'm just saying it's a good thing, you know? Why not? We have Discord.
Yeah, Russia, Mother Russia, woo! We love you guys. Or find me on everything. Jesus Walks Live. Where can we find you, Gunny?
Go find me on the Xbox under gamertag Gunny Chief, on the Steam under Gunny Chief, Uplay with that Uplay Plus. Presumably, I own games on there under Gunny Chief, and over on the PlayStation 5 with my VR under HGP space Gunny. Underscore. Make it an underscore. HGP underscore Gunny. Over on Twitter, Gunny Chief.
Where can we find the mail?
Where do we find him? Isn't he the Mayo?
Yeah.
I believe he is on there. Yeah, I believe it's the Mayo over on the Discords and over on the Steam machines. I don't know. You know, sometimes he says some things. I don't listen. I don't pay attention. It's the Mayo. Probably on everything. Over on the Evil Epic Store. Probably just the Mayo.
All right.
I see him on the Twitter machines under the Mayo.
I just posted the question of the week in Facebook.
I'll put it over on the Discord for the PC Elitist.
All right. Anyways, we're out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. It was the Jesus and Gunny Hour. We brought to you by the letter M for Mayo. Mayo is brought to you by Steam. Steam is brought to you by Valve. Valve is brought to you by the letter V for Victory. Victory is brought to you by America. America wins everything. Woo! America, motherfucker! Hoorah! We're out of here. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Good night.
This is the shortest show we ever done. Shortest show ever.
Whoa! What are we at here? Oh my gosh!
I feel like of space we gotta fill, Gunny. What do we do now for the next hour?
We got 5 minutes. We can make it 2 hours.
No, fuck this. We're out of here. Bye.
Yeah.